Hey, y'all. Welcome back. I know I just got finished doing my other video, but we are going to be talking about a few things. So, thank y'all for being here. Y'all hit the like button. I appreciate you guys. And we're going to start in a few seconds when I see more comments and likes. So I know that all of you guys are here. All right. So, mingling with millionaires requires listening. Okay, and other things as well. So we're going to talk about that. Get y'all's pens, papers, notebooks, whatever you got. And writing utensil, pen, pencil, whatever. Because there are steps and levels to so many things that you guys don't realize. And this is why I do what I do, to try to help you guys understand the levels. Okay. Some of you guys are just starting out, so you're maybe at a level where this is not important at this time, or you're not going to be able to implement something at this time because you're still in the level up process of yourself. But if you are ready, if you are leveled up, if you are ready to mingle with millionaires, of course, y'all can check out the Pink Pills course that she and I did a workshop with, and that's on her website, the Pink Pill. .com. So y'all go check that out. But at this time, this is going to be a little bit different for those of you who are already set up, established, maybe have your own business or thinking about starting a business. And also those who are ready to listen instead of react. Those of you who are mentally leveled up and are in control of their emotions and things like that. So this is for the more mature. I don't want to say mature because that means older. This is for the more leveled up women that are ready. Okay, not for the beginners. Now, you can still listen and take notes for later on, but you're only probably going to be able to implement this if you have some sort of business, if you are a good listener, and if you are in control of your emotions. So, let's get started, shall we? All right. Millionaires require more than the average person. They just do. Women who appeal to millionaires are going to have to be impressive. They just are. Okay. And remember, a millionaire has several options, several options. Okay. Hold on one second, you guys. And their options are good. That means they can get beautiful women all the time. That's not a big deal. Not at all. So just because you look good doesn't always guarantee that you're going to be able to secure or marry a millionaire or a billionaire. If this is your goals, listen up. Okay, I'm trying to get stuff done here. Hold on one second. I'm still making notes. So along with having manners, of course, that's just the obvious. Hold on one second, ladies. All right, here we go. If you guys tuned in last night to my collab with Carl Thomas, you kind of saw a few things like how to listen, how to allow someone to speak what they need to speak. And I saw a lot of comments that people were judging and, saying all types of rude things. Or, everybody's entitled to their opinion. But what I'm saying is sometimes you need to listen closer because what's being said may not be what's being heard. Okay. And a lot of ladies are guilty of this, those who are unable to control emotions and are more reactive than receptive. And receptive is the key word, to receive. If you're able to receive, you're able to, receive, literally. So if you are a good listener, you're going to be a good receiver, which means people are going to give more to you. And when people are able to give more to you because you're a good listener and a receiver, you're definitely going to get way more than being a reactor or someone who is giving more information than they are receiving. Okay, so you have to understand this. This is one of the keys. This is why I tell you, ladies, to be quiet and listen, and not just hear them, but understand and really comprehend what they're saying. And even if you don't, do not react to judge, because you may not know what they know, which probably you don't. Okay. Because you'd have what they, you'd have some money if you did. Okay. So hold on. Trying to get some, money tips right now, obviously. So when you are able to listen, you know, they feel, I believe that they feel as if you are genuinely interested in them, not just their money. And also, you're a good listener and learner, as well as someone who is not trying to, overcompensate, or, do this or that to kind of keep up and pretend like you're something you're not. Allow someone to give to you, even if it's knowledge, a story, da da da. We know this, right? So number two, no judgment. You're not there to judge them. Okay. And they're not there to, judge you. You're there to listen, receive, get some information, maybe form a relationship of some sort, or a friendship. Okay. So we're not treating certain people the same as we're treating someone that we feel, we have to fix, because, we really don't have to fix people. They themselves may not need your fixing, or if they do, they'll ask for it in a way, and probably not right off the bat, because they have access to several therapists and da, 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 wherever, so they don't really need your help. They're not there for your expertise. You know what I mean? So listen to the words, not react to them. Just listen. Just be their receiver for a second. Okay. Number two, like when he was talking about have something going on for yourself, um, a lot, and he said, be have an earner's mind. A lot of people did not understand that. Have an earner's mind does not mean to contribute 50%. And that's what y'all heard, but that's not what he said. Okay, so let's go back, because y'all don't hear, y'all only react, and then you make stuff up and put it in the place of what that person said. So you have to be very observant, and you really need to listen. Having an earner's mind does not mean that you won't be provided for. It also does not mean that you are um, contributing 50% to anything. Okay. It just means your mind, if you're going to be in the presence of someone who has an earner's mind, they cannot be around certain types of people who are going to bring their thinking down to a lower level. So that millionaires don't just wake up and say, oh, surround me with any type of person and I'm still going to flourish. No, everyone knows that when you're around certain types of people, they're either going to bring you down or lift you up. And if a man is not going to bring anybody into his life that's going to drag him down, even if it's a beautiful woman, that he ain't going to do it. Not if he's smart, not if he's got his money in place where he needs it to be. So an earner's mind means you know how to make money, make money. You know how to flip anything. You know how to make anything regular better. You know how to level up anything you touch, period. Okay. That's what an earner's mind means to me. That means whatever you are given, you can multiply, period. Period. He didn't say go out and find, you know, a 9 to 5. He said an earner's mind. That means the way you think. Has nothing to do with anything about money. Hold on, I gotta sell some stock real quick. Hold on. See, this is what it is. They'll tell you stuff, where to sell, when to buy, et cetera, et cetera. So you gotta, listen so you can make that money. Because I got an earner's mind, so I'm gonna get this money. Period. Let's see. Hold on one second, y'all. I gotta see what it's doing. Ooh, I'm finna wait. Finna sell. I'll sell some of it. All right. Okay. Sorry, I have to do that real quick. I'll be getting messages. Okay, so here we go. Midas touch. That's right. You gotta have that Midas touch. So whatever you think about is gonna make you some money, because that's how millionaires like to think. Anything they touch, anybody they associate with is gonna get paid more. That's just what it is. So that's why I'm saying you have to have that mindset. You have to know how to flip stuff and make it better. If you don't know how to do that, you need to start figuring it out. Um, so another thing is, hold on. Another thing is you need to make sure that you have some type of, like, most millionaires are very positive thinkers, or they have a spirituality that is, like law of attraction, or you are who you hang around, and you are able to create the life you desire and things like that. They have this type of mentality. So you also probably need to get on board with some of that type of thinking, like such as manifesting and things like that, because they're not going to sit around and listen to people beg for money on their knees. Okay. Most of them are not, because that's not how it really works. Okay. So y'all are going to have to get a deeper sense of spirituality. Definitely. That's why I have two channels. This channel, my spiritual channel. So after you understand that, now, if you want to mingle with them, you're going to need a reason to be around them. I mean, like, other than serving them, you're going to need a reason to be there, right? In their presence. You're going to need a reason. So your reason is, remember when I told you guys to start a business? I don't care what kind of business it is, just any type, just get it together. Online business, Etsy store, something, anything. Make sure it looks professional. Make sure it looks like it has potential. Make sure you've put thought behind it. Whatever it is, an online store, you can be a consultant, whatever, fitness coach, anything, something, whatever. You don't have to be there every day for 12 hours. Most people that work online, not work online, but own businesses online, spend less than 10 minutes a day on their business. Okay, because you don't really need to. So anything that you can occupy your time with, because they're going to be busy making their money. So they need you to stay busy doing something besides trying to figure out what they're doing and who they're with, and, nagging because you don't have anything going on for yourself. You know what I mean? Because if you have something going on for yourself, just by association, your business is going to grow because of them. If they put their little name behind something, or not their little name, but if they put, their millionaire status or their name behind something, it's going to sell, or it's going to get more attention, or blah, 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 blah. Okay. And so this is why they would like you to have something going for yourself. And remember, not every relationship is going to be guaranteed. If you mingle with a millionaire, or if you date a millionaire, and you guys don't get married or end up in a long-term relationship, at least you've gotten something out of it. At least you leave with something in your hand. At least you know how to make money. At least, you get what you got, So make sure you understand this. This is not, you're not dating a dusty anymore. You have to get rid of that thinking altogether. You're not dating a dusty anymore. Just by being around people, you're going to, establish relationships, and these relationships can be business relationships, to help you get your business off the ground. And you will meet somebody that may be romantically interested in you along the way. It might not be the first one or the second one, it could be the third or fourth. You don't know. Okay. Listen. And if you have a legitimate reason to be around certain people, they'll take you more seriously than some, groupie hanging out in the back of you know, the back door or whatnot. So, or some gold digger that they will just, gonna call whenever they come in town. You gotta have something for yourself. They respect women who have things for themselves. Now, it's very different with a regular man, because, you know, it's very different because if you are successful, if you have a business, if you have a career, you may become their competition, or they may feel emasculated around you. But when you get to, mingling around people that have way more money than you, if that's not the case, they want to see you do well. They want to see you get paid. Okay. And they also, when they give you nice gifts, when they take you to places, when they introduce you to other people, they're adding value to you still every day. When they mention your name to someone, well, I know someone who's, and they're going to say your name, they're going to drop your name. So, you know, have something going for yourself, have a business. And, I want to help you guys so much to get to this next level, because I think so many women deserve to be there. They got to get there, and in order to get there, you need to learn. You need this information. The only thing that stands between broke people and rich people is the way that they think and the information they have access to. And we know this. We know this. And so many people are keeping that information secret. So many people don't even know what questions to ask to get the information. So many people are afraid to start a business or grow their business because they don't know how to get the money for it. And there are so many people out there that are willing to give you the answers. They're willing to take the time out and teach you how to get this money, how to build your business up, and get that money too, so that you can be in the, in the same circles as millionaires. Okay. And y'all know, so y'all know I did the interview with Carl Thompson. Yes, he is a millionaire. He has money. He's a singer, R&B singer. He has his hit records. Da 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 da. He has money. His net worth is good. Okay. So that's one thing. Then another thing is you guys are so quick to call people this and call people that and judge people, but you still clock in somewhere. Y'all gotta think before y'all start talking, because people watch these channels. They may not use their real names. They may not comment at all, but people do watch these channels. Okay. And a lot of people don't do their research. Do your research on people before you talk about them, because that's what happens with a lot of people. They will assume, they will go by rumors, they will do this, they will do that, end up looking foolish at the end of the day and left out. Okay. You need to do your research on people before you open your mouth on people. And that's number one. And especially when you're dealing with millionaires, because they're you can find out anything about them mostly, or enough about them to know how to speak to them or what to say or whatnot. So I definitely feel that people should do that first and foremost. So to help you guys out, I've asked I asked my friend Billy, come on back over here with someone that is going to actually help you guys out. It's a lady. Her name is Dawn. Dawn Dickson. Have you ever heard of Dawn Dickson? She's really good with money, finance, teaching you how to get money for your business. She's a millionaire herself, and she's going to show you how to get the bag. And she married a millionaire through, doing what she's doing. She met her husband, y'all. She just doing what she do, and she's gonna try to share that story with us. Billy, he's gonna tell you guys what men find attractive and what you need to be having going on, and how you can get money for your businesses, no matter how small or large, whether you started your business today or 10 years ago. They're going to show you how to get some money for it. They're also going to show you how to grow it, how to all this kind of stuff. I think they're offering some type of event or workshop at the end of the month that you probably going to want to attend, because there's going to be millionaires in there trying to figure out how to get more money. I'm sure business owners, entrepreneurs trying to raise money and get money. You know how they say you can get money for free? You don't ever have to spend any of your own money when you're establishing a business. Well, they're going to show you how to do that. That's how millionaires get their money for their business. They don't spend their money, they spend other people's money so that they don't have to. And so their money and profits will grow. Okay. So her name is Dawn Dickson, and Billy Carson's going to be here as well. It's going to be me, her, and him on Thursday. And they're going to, they have a workshop coming up, and they'll tell you about that on their video. But we're going to talk and show you guys how you need to get in so that you can, meet certain people, so that you can have something established for yourself when you meet these people. Not just, oh, what do you do? Oh, I roam around the street. Or, oh, I'm unemployed. Or, oh, I'm this or that. Oh, even if you don't have a business, this may inspire you to start a small one, even if it's an Etsy shop, you guys. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. Whatever. Sell something, baby. And, we also are going to, we're also going to have like maybe call in, maybe, so you can talk to her or Billy. I'm still thinking about whether I want to do that or not, because a lot of people are long-winded and going to tell their life story, and we don't need that. So I'm going to tell people, don't tell your life story, and get to the point right away, period. Okay. Y'all know me. I'll tell it like it is. Get to the point, and we don't care about your life story. All right. So sometimes you got to tell people. So we're gonna have that on Thursday, probably around 8:30 Central Time. Yeah, on Thursday, most likely. We'll see. I'll put a notice up on Instagram and YouTube at the correct time. But yeah, you're gonna get to talk to a lady who has, who does what she loves, helps other people get money for their business. I'm gonna get to talk with Billy about, how to get and mingle with millionaires, how millionaires see women, and what they, see different than, the average guy. So you get to learn that and speak with. I might do the call-ins, so that'll be exciting. Yes, 8:30 on Thursday. So I want to do the call-ins, y'all, but y'all sometimes, y'all have to make sure that when you speak to certain people that, you're going to have respect and, get to the point, because, they don't like to waste time. Okay. Like, get to the point, what you got, because their mind is always going, and they're not going to slow down unless it's to help and explain things and get things to the next level. But when you get in there, you got to have your question ready. You got to get to the point, and so on and so forth. Okay. You said since you saw this channel, you only pay for travel and food. I know that's right. Now, and think about when you're in the presence of someone who obviously has a lot of money, most likely they're going to take care of you, especially if, you're, because they're used to doing that. And if they don't, it's going to pay off in the long run, because they're visually going to teach you and take care of you anyway, as far as, introducing you to certain people. So it's always going to benefit you. So make sure that you're not quick to judge people and quick to label people, because that shows that you're not in control of your emotions. And when you're not in control of your emotions, it means you're not in control of your money. I will repeat that. People who are not in control of their emotions have a hard time controlling their money, which means they'll spend frivolously. They're scared to, to do certain things, maybe to invest even in themselves. Um, they don't trust themselves because, they feel like they're being judged, so they're going to judge others first. So you don't even trust yourself on how to earn or spend your own money or how to invest your own money. So that shows back up later on in your finances, and you don't want that. Okay? So work on getting a hold of your emotions, your reaction. Like I said, just listen. Be a receiver. Period. Do not react. Do not make silly snide comments and miss the whole point and miss the lesson and miss the value and miss the benefits. Establish yourself as a receiver. Do you understand? Like, receive. A lot of people think it's cute to make silly comments, but you're giving a reaction, which means you're giving your energy away, which means you're giving your time and money away, when you could be receiving some through information, through listening, through allowing someone to speak to you, and them realizing that you're receiving all that they're saying, and they really think that you have the potential, and they really want to give you more because you're such a good receiver and a good listener. Okay. So try to control yourself. I know it's hard um, you know, coming from dusty land, like, dealing with dust, but you're going to have to do this if this is who you want to hang around, to meet, to mingle with, and to be able to hold a conversation with. Okay. You gotta be able to hold a conversation with someone. And even if you're not doing most of the speaking, which you shouldn't be anyway, unless they want you to, you know, um, make sure you have something to talk about and that's more of interest to them, that will also allow them to talk more about themselves, so you get to understand who they are and what they're about. A lot of ladies, will say, oh, they talk too much. Well, how do you think women look when they dominate the entire conversation? What do you think is going through a man's mind? Are they able to benefit from anything you're saying? Or are they just, if you're saying something, and this is why I say, if you're going to talk, are they benefiting from the information? If not, then allow them to talk, because you're going to benefit from their information, especially if they, are, wealthy, well-to-do, whatever. There you go. I do talk a lot because I have a YouTube channel. Why don't you get one? Yeah, right. Some people, I tell ya. And also remember, like, where you are. If where be mindful of where you're at. Are you at an event? Are you at someone's house, at a party? Are you at a charity? Where are you, and who's around you, and what can you do to start a conversation, or join a conversation, or you know contribute to a conversation around certain people. If you have a business, if you are work with a charity, those are ways in. Okay, period. Yes, Billy Carson is a multimillionaire. Okay. Or like a lot of people don't even realize, because they're just normal people walking around. They don't have to be flashy. They don't have to wear like 1,000, gold chains, or they don't have to wear fancy suits to be a millionaire. It's just like people that have money and assets are just the same people that used to didn't have money and assets. It's the same people, you know. They're just people, but they know how to get money, and they also, are not your typical Dusty. They may have been a Dusty, They may have started off from the bottom, which a lot of people have. And so and this is why I want the guys to come too, because I'm going to ask Billy to share how he did what he did and went from basically being homeless to being a multimillionaire. I want the guys to listen to him and take some advice from him too, because a lot of men aren't just out here, giving advice and sincerely wanting people to improve, you know, talking to them as, like a mentor. So I really would like guys to be there Thursday as well. I don't care if you're dusty and if you troll me. I don't take offense to that, because if I traded places with you, I might be the same way. So I don't. That's why I don't judge the dusties, and that's why I don't. It doesn't bother me, because I already know. Trading places with someone gives you their perspective. And this is why I don't block too many people, because I want them to also learn. Because you may start off not liking me. You may start off thinking I'm crazy or whatnot. And you stick around a while, you're going to start to benefit from me, whether you know it or not. You're going to start to benefit whether you like it or not. It's just what it is when you come on this channel. So y'all need to go show up their team. Ladies, if you're with a guy who, is trying to get to that next level and you want some extra information, come on out Thursday. We're going to be talking about all of that so that we can make sure that we don't fall back into poverty mind. We don't go backwards. And that's what a lot of people want to keep doing. They're going to keep you going backwards because they don't want you to figure this out, because money is power and freedom. It's going to be Thursday, 8:30 Central. So, with what would you do if you had your entire day free, making money, not having to do much of anything, but just check on a few things? It may take you 10 to 15 minutes. Most people that have money, a lot of people that have money spend a lot of time teaching other people how to get it, because they want to give back, because they see how easy it is, and they see that there are so many people putting in so much hard work, that if they took that same amount of effort and work and put it into an easier way, they could make way more money. 8:30 Thursday. I'll put a notice up on my community section and on my Instagram. So, I see so many people get up early in the morning, fight through traffic, work 8 to 12-hour shifts. The same amount of energy they put in that whole day of work, I might put in a whole month of work and get paid maybe 5 times as much. And so to me, that's slavery. And so when you see a group of people enslaved, you want to free them. That's literally how people with money see people that get up every day and go work that 9 to 5, because money is so easy to be made that even though you may be earning money, I don't know how much most people earn a day, 100, 500, I don't know. Whatever you're earning in that day, it's slavery compared to what you could be earning with certain knowledge. You don't have to have a formal education. Most millionaires do not have formal education. Some of them do, but most of them, they don't. Or if they do, they don't use that degree, because it's all about how to do certain things and how to think. Okay. All right. He said, do I know any white millionaires? I'm sure I do. And I'm sure Black millionaires and white millionaires mingle a lot. So if you're looking for, you know, money is green, baby. You know what I'm saying? Money is green. So where there's money, there's going to be all different types of people. Okay. Now, you got to put the poverty mind in timeout. 1 second. So it's about your thinking process, who you hang around, and what you are doing with your time. Okay. If you're slaving away and using your time that way, they want to free you. Because I know I do. That's why I started my channel. Now, when I started my channel, I might not have been like, all of this and all of that, but I was still pretty much free. Hey, Cryptonomics, sprinkle, sprinkle. I was pretty much free. Okay. I was still free. And so I still saw something similar. But, as you get, hello, who's calling? Okay. Thank you. Trying to call me, tell me I can spend some money. My coupons are now valid or something. Anyway, well, at least that's money still money calling. Anyway, so, what was I saying? Someone said don't dress like Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, don't do that. Okay, so anyway. Oh yeah, so the working. I would get so mad when I think back onto when I used to have jobs and how much money I would make after 2 weeks of work. I would be so mad because dang, I make that in less than a day. And it's just messed up because of slavery. I felt like I was a slave and didn't even realize it. So this is why I think people need to get this information, because you'll see it after the fact as well. Like when I first saw how much money someone made in a day, that's a millionaire, I was mad. I was so mad. I was like, I need to do better. I need to do better. I need to do better. And it's not about how hard you work, it's about how smart you work. It's about how smart you work and who you know and how they can help you get to the next level and what they can teach you. Da 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 da. Because a lot of people, they just don't, because remember, a husband is not 100% guaranteed to stay there. Neither is a boyfriend is 100% or a sugar daddy. So while you're with certain people that have money, you're going to be able to also make money. Okay. You're going to be able to make money at the same time. So this is what it is. Where to start out without any assets. That's what they're going to teach you. That's why you need to come Thursday so you can get some information, so on and so forth. Also, there are ways. This is why you gotta get the information. Those are the right questions to ask. So we do have the call in, that's gonna be good. Put that question down, write it down. Billionaire mindset. Yeah, because remember, millionaires are trying to get to either multimillionaire status or billionaire status. They don't stop. They're not stopping. So they're going higher and higher as well. Now, if you don't care anything about money, that's great. Most people that have money, it's not about the money. It's not about the money anymore. It's about creating. It's about creating something that's, that you can be proud of, that can be a legacy to you. And then the money is just a result. Of course, you're going to get compensated. So when you get to that level, it's not about money anymore. And so this is why I'm saying, if you want a millionaire to be interested in you, you have to have the correct mindset, an earner's mindset. Not going 50-50, because I know y'all don't listen. When y'all listen to people, listen without judgment. Listen to their words, not your assumption in your own mind, because you're not talking, they are. And they don't think like you do. They don't have the same mentality as you do. So do not use your understanding to make sense of their words, period. That's number one. You can't do that. Okay? Allow them to just speak, and you need to just listen. You can ask questions, you can comment, but remember, you're not there to judge anybody, just like they're not there to judge you. If you only enter conversation to judge, if you only watch videos to judge people, you're watching for the wrong reason. You're supposed to be absorbing knowledge, information, and then going to apply it. This is another reason I don't get into gossip stuff or harp on it or take it seriously, because that is for poor people. Okay. Gossip is for the poor because they have nothing else. Gossip is for the bored because they don't have anything else. They don't have anything to focus on. They don't have anything to occupy their time with. They don't have stocks to check. They don't have stuff to go and figure out how to make more of or make easier. They don't have, things like that to go and figure out, because they're too busy talking about other people to make themselves feel better for some reason. So this is why I say y'all need to make sure that y'all are in the right mindset, because if you go and mingle around millionaires and start talking about some gossip or some, irrelevant stuff that's not beneficial, they're going to look at you crazy. Have something to talk about. That's why you have to have something you're passionate about and going on with your, with your life, because they're not going to want to talk about no TV show. They're not going to want to talk about the stuff that you find, interesting, that your world revolves around. They're going to want to talk about stuff that matters and that is beneficial, and not some stupid celebrity stuff, unless they are a celebrity, you know what I'm saying? And it involves them in some way. But they're not going to be wanting to talk about frivolous things. So get your mindset right. No one's going to take you seriously if you don't take yourself seriously. Improve yourself. That's why I say level up. We got to do that. Like, honestly, I feel like I can go, I can mingle with anyone. Well, most people, I can go here and I can go there. I can get proper, and then I can be, very laid back and speak with anybody. But at the same time, that's because, like, I know this crowd is this way, this crowd is that way. I want to be on a friendly level with all people. And so I have to adjust myself depending on who I'm speaking with. And that's just what it is. You're not going to be the same person to everyone, because everyone is not going to be the same person to you. So you're going to have to learn how to do that too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no gossip or dopey stuff. Yeah. And and some people will talk to you, and they'll say things without saying them, because it's not, sometimes things are inappropriate, or and they may say something you may have to read between the lines. And so that's why it's important to listen and not react or be offended, but listen to the context when it was said, and don't jump to your assumption, but try to understand from their perspective. Okay. And this is what I mean by listening. They can't bring certain people around, their inner circle, if they're emotionally unstable, or judgmental. in a way that they're unable to control, you know? So this is very important. Hmm. Also, millionaires, they don't like excuses. They don't like excuse makers. So if you're talking to someone, never, especially if you got, you know, especially if they're, millionaire or billionaire, if they ask you a question, if you speaking to anybody, it doesn't even have to be a millionaire. If you speaking to me, I don't like excuses. So I know they don't either. You know what I'm saying? So do not speak about excuses. Do not speak in the negative about anything because they want to get far away from that because that they feel that it's going to rub off. They don't want that on them. They don't want that type of thinking. They don't want lack. They don't want people that think in lack. They don't like that. So you're going to have to speak in abundance, which means you only see solutions to things, not the problem. If there's a problem, you're thinking about the solution. So that's another mindset that you're going to have to get. You're going to have to get out of excuse making, why you're not what you want to be. Instead of making excuses, make plans. Have goals instead. If you're not where you want to be, instead of talking about why you're not there, talk about the goals that are going to get you there. Period. Just done. They don't want to hear about your excuse. Unless you're telling your life story of how you came from the bottom to the top, they don't want to hear any of the negativity unless there's a happy ending. Okay. So get out of that mindset. Nobody cares. Period. So I know I don't. And it's not that I don't care. It's just that, do you care? Because if you did, you'd be working towards the solution. And I don't need to listen to people who don't even care about themselves because it's a waste of my time. I can care about you all I want, but if you don't care about you, it's pointless. That's why I'm saying make sure you care about yourself. People that look for sympathy don't really care about themselves because they wouldn't be, stagnant in that position to need the sympathy if they cared about themselves, you know. And if they did, they would be looking for the solution. So this is how you know. If you're a pessimist, you need to make a habit of stopping your thought, even if it's stopping it mid-thought, and replacing it with a optimistic thought or a solution. Okay. Have I written a book? Several. Yes. It's in the description bar. I have several books, and I also have several books on my other channel, which are more spiritual. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Percy. Shira, when is the live stream? Where will it be? It will be on, I'm going to have it on both channels, but we're going to start off on this channel first. Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, which that would be 9:30 Eastern. And I guess that would be 6:30 Pacific. And if you want to go even further into this information, I know they're holding a workshop as well, so y'all get the details of that on Thursday, but they're definitely going to teach you how to get there. Now, so Billy Carson and Don Dickson, they're going to be talking. I'm going to be asking questions. I might do call-ins, or I might just read questions or let questions get on the screen. So you guys can ask them what you want to ask them. But at the same time, remember, these people are about their, they're trying to help you get to that next level because they're trying to get to the next level. Like millionaires are trying to become billionaires. Okay, so they're basically doing the same thing but on a larger scale. And the more billionaires and millionaires there are, the more thousandaires there are. Wherever you stand right now, you could have more just by listening to someone that's already done it and who's teaching you. Okay. On Thursday, no, just show up Thursday. It'll be live, baby. Just show up on Thursday. It's just like this video, it's live. Thursday video will be live just like this. The workshop, I'm sure It's going to be paid, but on Thursday, you'll have them here to speak to them on this platform. Okay. People underestimate the difference between billionaires and millionaires. That's right. See, it's about the power that they can and the control that they have. Okay. That's the difference. Sure, sometimes I talk like kids. Sometimes how can I stop like this for them to take me seriously? Talk to adults more. So sprinkle. Just talk, period. Just read books out loud. Just talk to anyone. Go talk to more professional people so that you can, work on that. Wherever you go, just if you see someone that looks like, they're a professional person and you need to represent yourself in a different way, go talk to them. It doesn't matter. Thank you, Ashana Sprinkle Sprinkle. I love your content. A lot of tough love and gems. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle Sprinkle. You're going to notice, okay, so you're going to notice the difference between, how people are representing themselves, how they dress, how they talk, how they respond to people. And you need to study a lot of these things. Remember also being observant of someone. Okay. Observing how they walk, talk, dress, and how they interact with other people is a good lesson within itself. You don't some people don't even have to speak to teach you. They don't. So be aware and observant as well. Someone says, read more books. That's true. Read more books. Keep up with things. Definitely. Now, Now, see, a lot of you guys are asking me like these very basic questions. Should you start your business first or get a provider first? Which one can you do now? Like, I had a business since I was 13 years old. It may not have been a legitimate business, but I was always getting paid. Okay. A lot of people take things too formally. Like you think like, I guess this is just me. Everyone thinks that you have to have everything in place, all paperwork in place to say you have a business. Do you earn money without an employer? You got a business, okay? However you do that, all you need to do is put that in the correct order and organize it the correct way with the correct paperwork and have enough clients or customers to legitimately establish it as a business. But if you know how to get paid, that's your business. Okay. I knew how to get paid. That was my business. I knew how to get paid. So that's the business. The other stuff is just the technical side of it. So you want to get that first. You can hire, like honestly, once you get the idea going and you start making enough money with certain things, you can hire people to do all that other stuff. That's it. I got a Capricorn and a what? Cryptonomics. Shira is a Capricorn second house. That's a hustler. It's all you over there analyzing my hustler mentality. Okay. You think entrepreneurs are born? I think they can also be entrepreneurs, hustlers, business owners, whatever you want to call them. You could get it. You could be it. Sprinkle spring. So well, can be entrepreneur, CEO, either what is better. Yeah. So here's the thing. You said, do wealthy men care about having a big social media platform? That's how most people advertise these days if they have businesses, especially if they're trying to appeal to a mass number of people at the same time. It's no different than a billboard was in the 80s. Okay. You use what you have at the moment in order to, enhance your business. So, for example, if you have a social media platform in a business or whatever, that's going to help you. Right. So, but I do know my exact time. Okay, y'all are talking to each other. How to come across as intelligent without stating your education? By listening and asking the right questions or certain questions. No one is, okay, here's my thing. I don't think people are trying to judge your intelligence. I think they're just trying to have a conversation with you. And if you're able to respond or listen and ask certain questions, you can have an exchange. You know what I mean? I don't think people talk to other people to test their knowledge unless they're having a debate of some sort, especially if you're a lady, um, and you're just, having polite conversation. If you, um, if you're trying to come across as intelligent, that's going to show in much more than just your conversation. It's going to show in how you listen, how you interact, how you dress, how you present yourself, your manners. That's also a level of intelligence. How to do, um, when to talk, when to shut up. Now, if you're called on for your expertise and whatever you're good at, you can shine there in your, you know, what you're good at. Not everyone's going to be intelligent about the same thing on the same level all the time. Yeah. Social graciousness. Exactly. And that's exactly why I have to explain things out, because people don't understand what that means sometimes. What's a social gracefulness? Graceful, what is that? So that's why I have to spell things out so clearly so that people can comprehend what that really means. Most people that are intelligent, that's correct. It's a natural thing, because if you're drawn and attracted to something that you're naturally good at, and you expand your knowledge on it, it's just going to come out naturally. And the more you know, the more you can speak on and apply. That's just what it is. So, and I'm not saying that everyone should be with a millionaire. I'm just saying this is if you want to. Even if you don't want to be with one, if you just want to become one, if you want to have friends that are millionaire, it doesn't even matter. If you want to just learn to grow your business, whatever you're needing to learn, whatever your motive is, you're always going to benefit. Okay. So just know that it's not impossible. We live in the age that people become millionaires overnight. We live in the age where people become millionaires in less than a month now. We live in an age where you can become a millionaire by association with certain people in social media. That's just so simple, I mean, why can't we grasp this? Why do we get up every day and go slave away for somebody? That's my that's my question. Why do we see ourselves as, oh, well, that can never be me? Because I remember when I was younger, there wasn't even Instagram, but I was still, I still knew that there was an easier way, and I was bent on finding it. And as soon as, social media happened, I started to see the avenues get easier and open up and get easier and easier and easier and easier. And so if you're not seeing this, if you're not aware of this, if you're not seeing how you can do certain things It doesn't even have to be online. Your business could be a physical business. But still, that's how you're going to advertise online because that's where everyone is. hmm So that's why I feel that we definitely need to reassess, listen, have something going on for ourselves, know that most people who are about something don't want like, a dusty of, or, a dusty broad either, a dusty woman. Someone that needs hair and nail money. I mean, who you can't go around millionaires talking about you need hair and nail money, okay? Literally, you cannot do that. That's for five figures, low six figure, five figure, you need hair, five figure men. You go to them for hair and nail money, okay? You don't ever even mention that. Please don't do this. I noticed a lot of women don't even listen to me and they don't hear what I say. They just pick up on certain things, but not what they need to pick up on. Thank you. What? Masks? They've been having masks. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't even know what that means, but yeah, people have been. No more masks. Okay, okay. Wait, I didn't see the no. This is what y'all do. Y'all don't. I didn't read the no. Thank you. I just made an example of myself. Ooh, I'm free. Just in time for my birthday. No more masks. I didn't wear them anyway, except for when I went into a building. Barely wore them. But thank you for that announcement. I appreciate that. Now y'all can get some level up lipstick. Look. Shameless plug, y'all. Now y'all can go get y'all level up lipsticks and put that lipstick back on because y'all in Texas, if y'all in Texas, yeah. Get y'all some level up cosmetics. Let's see what this color is. Ooh, that's a beautiful siren. This is a red siren. So you can look like a siren. I'll get y'all levelupcosmetics.us. Anyway, you said no one wants to trade places with me. You do, because you here every day. You do. Yes. We're going to put you in another timeout since you don't learn. Okay. Some people, it takes a long time for them to learn. And so you have to keep them in timeout. There you go. Exactly. Now we can breathe. Okay, here we go. So yeah, y'all show up Thursday, 8:30 Central, and we're gonna have this discussion. If you have a business and you need some information on how to get money without spending your money, have your pen and paper ready, have your questions ready. Also, you might want to sign up for that workshop that they're going to talk about. And y'all know, like when you do the workshops, there's chat just like this, and you're going to be able to talk with other people. Like let's say you have a certain type of business, someone may need your, um, you know, business. Someone may need whatever you're providing, and you might just be networking in the comments. You know what I'm saying? So that alone right there is worth it, I think. If you're a graphic designer and you have someone else that's, starting a business, they may need your help. They may need you to do some designs for them. If you're this, if you're an organizer or an analyst or whatnot, they may need get in there. It's a networking event as well because the comments and the chat is you can do your own thing over there. So definitely make sure if you're serious about meeting people, if you're serious about establishing yourself, doing something that you like to do, and a lot of people, like, if you met a millionaire and and you had a little bitty rinky-dink business and they saw how passionate you were, they will put some money on it. They will give you some money to invest in it, or they'll teach you how to get the money for free, or they'll invest in you, or they'll gift you something, or they'll give send you clients or something. You're going to benefit regardless. They don't have to just give it to you. It's gonna come. Believe. I'm speaking from experience, you know. I'm speaking from straight up experience because um, just by knowing certain information, I have increased my money. And then just by, doing certain things and talking to certain people, I've gotten a lot of money. Just there you go. So it's not about being someone's girlfriend or sugar baby all the time, because that's that's nice. But do you want to be that forever? Or do you want to get married? Or do you want to establish yourself? Or do you want a long-term relationship with someone who's about something? Because I have a lot of women ask me how to go from sugar baby to girlfriend or to wife. Well, you got to be taken seriously. Sugar babies are toys. They're not people that you take seriously. They're toys. They're entertainment. They're, and I don't mean to talk bad, but we know that there's levels to this. And so when you get that down, it's like, oh, wow, okay, I have the look. Now what? You have the mind. There you go. You got to get both. So, you can be a sugar baby for a hot minute, but when you're ready to graduate, you know what you got to do. So, you ready to graduate, you know what you got to do. There are levels. Always there's going to be levels. There's levels for the rest of your life. There're going to be levels. So you don't get somewhere and be like, oh, I'm here. Yeah, no, there's still levels. And we're all trying to get to the next one. No matter where we start from, as long as you're leveling up, you good, okay? Think about it. You can start from anywhere. You may have a Poshmark. That's a business. You may read people's palms. That's a business. You may braid hair. That's a business. Okay. You may sell candy. That's a business. Whatever you're doing, it is a business, and you can figure out how to get more money for it or meet people that can bring you more of it, more business, whatever. Okay. Simple-minded women, and I say this because, yeah, I always say act dumb, but I never say really be dumb. And sometimes acting like you know less gets you more knowledge because people will explain things thoroughly. People will make sure that you understand what they're talking about. People will also underestimate you and maybe say a few things that may also like let you know who they are really. Da 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 da. So that you're not make sure that you're not hold on a second. Yeah, make sure you're not doing those things as far as not listening or being very simple-minded. It's better to say nothing than to say some simple-minded stuff. Okay? That's right. So I got a text back. A lot of you guys were making weird and rude comments last night in the collab with Carl Thomas, and he saw some of them, and he says y'all are harsh, and he says that's what you guys need me for. They'll fish for themselves after you teach them once. But if I were you, I would do it in the form of a digital course for sale. See, you trying to tell me how to get paid too. See, there you go. But thank you, Carl. But of course, I'm gonna help y'all for free as much as I can. There are courses that other people are offering, like the Pink Pill, like Billy and Dawn. And when I feel like that I need to create a course so that we have people in there, it's more intimate setting in a course too, or like a workshop. But I like to get more people, and then I bring you guys to a certain level, and so on and so forth. If I do a course, it will be in the future, or I will work with other people and offer it that way. But yeah, it's interesting that a lot of people charge for the information that I give for free. And I don't really care about the trolls. I don't care about people who don't take anything seriously that I say. But the people who do get this information and apply it and have benefited from it, and who can attest to it, and whose lives have totally changed or improved, they know what I'm talking about. And they're walking examples. They're walking examples of this channel and what it can do, or they're walking examples of what having a different mindset can do for someone. Just a whole different mindset. It's not about who you are and where you came from. It is about your mindset. That's all it's about. And that's what people need to change. That's the hardest, it's one of the hardest things to change. But once you see so many people changing it and how easy it is, and you can relate, that's when the change in the process begins. This is why, a lot of people use advertisement and, media and things like that to form and mold your mindset to a certain way of thinking. And you could do the exact same thing, except instead of molding it to lose or to remain in poverty, you're molding it to get better and, create wealth, create prosperity and abundance. You're molding it in a different way. And that's the way that you need to be molding it, instead of the other way, or allowing what has been molded to, continue to stay. Um, a lot of, like, y'all know Cryptonomics. He tells me, there's a couple of people that tell me about stock market. I don't mention everyone's name because they may not be comfortable. But y'all know Cryptonomics. He'll say some stuff, and I'll listen. And I think that's another thing that we need to be able to do, is to listen to people and get that information. Don't just shut down everything. Have an open mind as far as, if someone is good at something, let them help you. Let them tell you. Let them teach you. Right? Um, yeah, like, it's true. So y'all have to understand. Yeah, y'all gotta be like less judgmental. If you can't do what they do, then you should listen and learn. Okay. You said stop being a rehabilitation center for broken men. That's true. Yeah, get away from them dusties. Hmm. Um, Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, we're women. We're not supposed to have more money than a man, but you could, like, because you mean then the man you choose to be with or whatever, right? Okay. But the point is, not in general. I know that you don't mean that generally because there's always women with more money than men, but I know what you're saying in a relationship because of the dynamic of the masculine and the feminine, right? I think that's also why a lot of people marry and put their money and their wealth and their legacy and their status as, this high thing because like let's just take Beyonce and Jay-Z for an example. Um since they're married, as a couple their net worth is high, but as individuals, they're not, their net worth is not as high. So some people do that to build their net worth or to also build their wealth and legacy and da da da. Oh, I think, yeah, Carl was saying, only the rich people used to get married back in the day to make themselves richer. That's what it is. Um, and okay, so we're going to talk about listening one more time before I go because I'm not going to be on here too much longer. So, mhm, you said, why can't people just enjoy life? Money is part of it, but I'll tell you why. Because it's hard to enjoy life when you have to go and work for someone. If you can enjoy life without having a job, but you are in control of your own time, then yes, it's very easy. But if you have to go and clock in somewhere and obey someone for a certain amount of time in order to have one stream of income, I can't do that. And I can't date someone that does that. Okay, I couldn't marry someone that was only like one way thinking. Okay. So if you love yourselves and you love your kids, think for the future. There you go. The thing is, if your thinking is a certain way, you can't be with someone whose thinking is not on that same level. Okay, because they'll keep you going backwards. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if he leaves you? Then you have your own business and your own connects and your own network. Okay. Okay, y'all act like this is what I'm talking about, listening. Y'all don't like some of y'all trolls. Y'all don't even listen. Yes, I talk about leveling up. Yes, I talk about looks. Yes, I talk about dating men with money. But I also talk about getting your own. I also talk about starting a business. Do y'all not hear that part? Get your business. Do y'all not hear that part? Does that part just go mute? Like, listen, sir, ma'am, whoever you are. Take the money that the sugar daddy is giving you. Start a business. Take the money that the sugar daddy is giving you. Invest in the stock market. Take the money that the sugar daddy is giving you. Put it in your savings. Take the money that the sugar daddy is giving you. Start another business. You understand? I never told y'all, take the money the sugar daddy is giving you and go buy a purse. I never told y'all, take the money the sugar daddy is giving you and go spend all of it in the mall. Never told you that either. I never said go take all the money that the sugar daddy is giving you and go give it to a Dusty. Never told you to do that either. What did I say? Because y'all need to listen. I say start a business, invest, or I say that every video. It's like y'all can't hear. So some of y'all listen because y'all done got businesses and got paid. Some of y'all still talking about gold digger at this and gold digger. No entrepreneur, no CEO, no investor. Okay. Period. Business owner. There you go. E-commerce. There you go. Consultant. There you go. Okay. So I don't throw my titles at y'all because I know y'all don't really have a title and I don't want to embarrass y'all. But I have them. I just don't use them. Okay. For those of you who don't realize that the only thing I really brag on is like things that will help you have higher self-esteem as women. I'm not sitting here bragging on all the stuff that I do and have because it doesn't matter. You can have it too. And once upon a time, I didn't have those things. And guess what? Now I do. Why? Because I did exactly what I tell y'all to do. Take the money and go do something with it. That's going to benefit you. I have several titles. I'm an author. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a couple of e-commerce stores. I'm a YouTuber, public figure. What else? Somebody put me on their single, so now I guess I could put recording artist on there. I don't know. It was like an intro. I have my own makeup line. I'm an influencer. I have a bunch of titles. I don't list them though. I don't talk about them. I try to help other women establish themselves and get what they need, and skip the 9 to 5 or get out of the 9 to 5. Oh yeah, I used to be a funeral director, a mortician too. And I have a degree in culinary arts. I am a jack of all trades, or most of them. Okay, I can do so much. I can also paint. I can also draw. I do certain things as hobbies and things like that. So, I'm an avid researcher. Yes, I'm an author. I'm a philosopher. Anybody can be that though. Okay, thank you, Percy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shira, you said the mind is the hardest to change. Why is that? I read somewhere that we are already programmed to think according to our upbringing at the age of 8. I'm still doing the work even now. That's true, but if you don't, here's my thing. I never believed people. If you're teaching me something, if you're not about it, I'm not listening to you. I'm very observant. I need to see the walk. You talk the talk, walk the walk. If you ain't walking the walk, I'm not listening to you. So at an early age, I was very skeptical of what people were teaching me anyway. I'm side-eyeing everybody, even at 8 years old, 7 years old. I'm like, wow, I'm gonna do this because, I'm gonna do something else because obviously it's not working for you. So even though you're taught a certain way at a young age, do you want to grow up to be that person? Because people can teach you and they don't even have to know you. You can watch someone give information on, on anything who you look up to, and you can take that as your upbringing versus what someone else is telling you in your own house who you don't want to grow up or who you want to surpass. And you can get the information from both of them and then apply what you need to apply. So it's just whoever you're getting information from, knowledge from, is who you need, is how you're going to shape and mold yourself. And you can change those things. However you were raised does not mean that's how you're going to die. Thinking, however you were raised thinking does not mean that's how you die thinking. That's the beauty of free will. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Barbie. I appreciate that you said I'm a real life Barbie. She had all them titles. Girl, I know, right? And see, that's one thing. Like, if you're really good at something, and you only have 1 or 2 titles, that's still great. If you have several titles and you're not the best at all of them, but you still are pretty good at all of them, it's still good, you know? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many you have. Are you happy? Do you have what you want? Are you going to where you want to go? Um, that's right. And if you're going to where you want to go, then that's all that matters. Mhm. Y'all know we have, I call them troll fans. I call them troll fans. They love me so much, they need my attention, so they say negative things. It's reverse psychology at its finest. So I take whatever they say as love. Okay. But I know other people don't think like that. So people get hot and bothered by certain things. So I'll spare you by putting in time out sometimes because you don't focus on something that you don't want. You don't focus on something that you don't care about. You don't put your mind on something that is not important to you all the time for several hours. Okay. Anyone knows this. So I take all of that and I make it work for me. I love it. You know why? And it's not that I love the negativity behind it. It's just that I'm seeing from a different perspective when people are trolling me. And I ask myself, if I were in their shoes and I really liked someone, how would I get their attention the most? How would I get an emotional reaction out of them? Since positivity obviously didn't work the first time, let me go and change my name and get under a different profile and come back and troll so that I can get that thrill that runs down my spine when she notices me. Okay, so if I make your day, if I make your week, even if you're a troll, I'm glad you're here. But some people don't like the negativity, so sometimes I have to put you in timeout. Okay? Um, it's like one of them bad kids that's just trying to get your attention. You love them, you know what they're doing, but sometimes the other kids, they don't understand. So you got to treat them a little bit special. Okay, exactly. And that's how I see things. That's how you got to start thinking. You don't see things as a problem. You see what it really is. You read between the lines. Thank you, Barbie. Sure, I've moved from from sugar baby to being the serious girlfriend who met the mom and family and running my business. The ring is next. Love your advice. Okay, Barbie. You are a walking example. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So Barbie says that she went from sugar baby to serious girlfriend, meeting the mother and running, meeting the mother and family and running her own business. The ring is next. I love your advice. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Um, so and being able to handle things like this, you remember that song "More Money, More Problems" by Biggie? That's true. More money, more trolls. More whatever, more trolls. More level up, more trolls. Okay, but you got to understand that it comes with a balance. And so, and we talk about this a lot. Like instead of asking for the help or the questions that need to be asked in order to become what you want to become, a lot of people resent that and they'll make negative comments or they'll say bad things because they're not where they want to be. So instead of asking the questions and getting the information, they would rather, spew negativity until they're ready. Because they'll get ready. They'll be ready. If they're sticking around, they're learning. They'll be ready. And when they're ready, they're going to change that profile name and come back and ask those questions. So that's another reason I really don't block people unless they really are disturbing what's going on. Okay. So, and this is another thing why sometimes you can't cut and burn bridges. Why? Just for that reason. You're a troll. A troll could become your biggest asset. A troll could become your biggest fan. A troll or someone that's against you can be totally for you if you handle it the right way. Okay. Now, A troll could be singing your praises behind your back. You don't even know. You have no idea. They may be taking your advice, but have split personality issue, but you don't know. So the best thing to do is benefit from them, period. Done. And you're going to have to learn this if you're going to hang around people that run into these types of issues, that run into a lot of negativity, or people trying to come against them because they have something and they figured out something that the other people have not. And this is why so many people spend time trying to teach other people how to do something so they don't have to deal with as many people. Now listen to this. This is the kicker. People that have a lot try to spend time teaching people how to get more so they have to deal with less people who are envious and spewing negativity towards them because they figured it out. So instead, they give back the information so that there's less people that are going to come against you in a negative way as well. And that's the only way to do it, because it's understanding. If you don't have something and you're mad because somebody figured out how to do it and you're resentful of it, because people react differently to different, according to how they think and how they're raised. If you're not used to asking questions and getting the information because your parents didn't do that, and you're only used to getting mad and upset and jealous and gossiping, if that's how you were raised, that's all you know. You don't know any better. So this is why some people will take their time with you and teach you the right way so that you can want to change yourself. Because I can't change people. They got to change themselves. And when you change yourself, you're like, you put in that work. You did that. You've created the life that you deserve and desire. Thank you, Natalie. You are appreciated. I listen to your advice and apply it to my life. My whole life has leveled up. Thank you. Thank you, Natalie. Sprinkle. I'm glad, that's correct. So make sure that you're, am I still going to create the dating app? We'll see. I mean, people have a lot on their plate, and sometimes dating is not a priority. And like I said, sometimes you don't need a dating app. I'm trying to tell y'all, listen. Sometimes you don't need a dating app. Okay? Sometimes you just need to be around certain people that think a certain way. Okay, I'm trying to tell y'all. Like I'm saying, get in the right mindset, and you won't need a dating app. Think about it. I mean, you can do one if that's your business. Like we can create one maybe in the future if that's what we're gonna do. But sometimes you don't even need one because there's so many people that are available that are, if you're doing the right things, hanging around the right people, creating the right type of life and mindset, you're gonna run into so many people. Okay. But yeah, that's also, something that someone will also create eventually, I'm sure. Okay. You felt pressure to be an Insta girl in order to get high caliber men. I'm more the timeless classic. Then do that. Like, honestly, hold on, this is Nicholas. I don't look at people online or Instagram to base myself on. I just, if I like it, I'm gonna do it. If it looks good, I'm gonna do it. Like, but I like I said, I do so many things, then some of those things don't matter. But if that's all you have, if that's all you think you're worth, then that's why I'm saying establish something else. Start a business. You want to be an Insta girl, be an Insta influencer, be an Insta advertiser, and be an Insta business. Okay, get you some money. I'll tell you what my mom told me. If you're going to be online all day, on Instagram all day, you better be making some money. You're going to be on, it was Facebook back then, but You're going to be online all day. You need to be getting paid. Period. Mhm. That's what my mom told me. She was being sarcastic, but I took it seriously. I was like, you're right. I'm going to figure out how to do this. Okay. And it's so crazy because from the moment that she said that, I went and she's an entrepreneur too. She's owned several businesses. She's done really well for herself. From the moment she said that, which was maybe 5 or 6 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, literally, from the moment she said that up until now, I've surpassed her income or the income she used to have. I surpassed it because I listened to my mother, even though she was being sarcastic. I listened. I didn't judge. I didn't get upset. I didn't be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Everybody's online. I listened because she had more than I had at that point, and she was an entrepreneur, and she knew time is money. Even though she was my mom, I still listened. And look what happened just from listening. That's it. Even if she meant it in a sarcastic way, the words still were the truth. You see? So listen. Mm-hmm. Would I strip? I don't have to strip. I could find money. I could wait. Here's the thing. If you like to strip and you love stripping, then strip, baby. But some people don't have to strip. There's so many ways to get paid without just taking off your clothes. Right? Mm-hmm. Like I said, I've been making money since I was 13 years old. Actually, before that, a couple of times, but like at a steady pace. I've been making money since I was 13, maybe 10, maybe 12. And millionaires and billionaires, they're always going to say, think outside the box. That's the key phrase. Think outside of the box. Think outside of the box. Think different than you've been trained to think. That's just what that means. Think different than you've been trained to think. And you'll find so many ways to get paid. All right. Poverty mindset when they jump to assumptions, right? When you jump to assumptions, definitely poverty mindset. There are key indicators of poverty mindset. That's one of them. Assumption, not listening, jumping to conclusions, reacting, emotional instability. Imagine no box. That's right. There is no box. You just free. There are no rules. Okay. Some people are like, it's hard to find a job and there's no jobs. Make a job. That's what I want to. I'm gonna have a T-shirt and it's gonna say "Make a job," because I think people just need to see that. I think those words can change so many people's lives. Literally, 3 words on a T-shirt will change so many lives. Make a job. Just that simple. Goodness gracious. Basically, what can you do? What do you do already for someone else that you can do for yourself and get paid? Or what can you do already that you can get paid for? People always need something, right? Always. So that's why I have a book, Do What You Love. And it's so many different ways to get paid. By thinking out of the box, in simple ways, it's stuff you can just do today. You can start something today. You don't even need anything. It's just your mindset. That's what holds you back. It's your mind. You don't see the options. You don't see options where there's options, endless options. You've been trained not to see them. You've been trained not to recognize them. You've been trained not to even create them. This is why I'm telling you guys, no rules and create a new mindset. Okay. The job, what? We're not going to talk to men who are jealous of women anymore. Like, if you're jealous of a woman, I don't know what to tell you, baby. I think most men either should be A, trying to impress women, B, trying to enhance women, or B, trying to raise one because it's their daughter. If you're not trying to impress, enhance, or raise, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Okay? If you're in a competition with a woman, look at yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, do you really think waking up every day to compete with a woman is a way to start to start the day? Come on. So if your day starts to, how can I make a woman upset or mad or angry? If that's how your day starts off, think about your purpose in this world. You're just a distraction, So I would say, please you said enlighten them to the truth. Well, truth is relevant. Truth to a poverty mind is a lie to someone with a mind of wealth. Just because it's on a meme and it rhymes doesn't mean it's truth sometimes, So if I took advice from a broke person, that's their truth. If I took advice from a man or a woman who's wealthy, that's their truth. It may be the total opposite of what the broke person said. Okay? Truth is relevant. That's their truth. That's why it's their circumstance. So your truth may not be someone else's truth because truth is relevant. Facts, scientific research, experiments upon experiments that result in the same or very similar results, that's as close as we're going to get to truth. And that then also depends on the perception that it is coming from or the environment. Those factors that can be altered and changed will change the entire experiment. And so then you will get different results. So therefore, truth is relevant. Your truth ain't the truth, period. Just like my truth may not be true for someone in a whole different country. They may do things totally different and they can't take my information and apply it as any type of truth because truth is relevant. Okay. Truth is relevant, right? You said leveling up, back to nature, truths of end game. What? Right. And you also gonna have to deal with people, like, remember, especially on a platform like this, or if you're dealing with a lot of people in general, you're gonna have to, there's people that are not 100% in their right mind. You're gonna have to deal with different types of people on mental levels. And how do you handle that? So that's why it's very important to kind of realize that you can be broke and have to deal with mentally unstable people. You can be rich and still have to deal with mentally unstable people. That doesn't stop. It just they're called eccentric, and these people are called crazy. So at the end of the day, you're still going to have to deal with the same type of things. You're just going to have to deal with them on a higher level in a more comfortable environment with more time and freedom. Okay. And I'd rather do that than struggle and be in survival mode trying to deal with that stuff. A lot of poor people are unstable. A lot of rich people are unstable too. Just as okay, think about this. If people keep telling you no, 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 you've gone through trauma, da da da. Da. Imagine if you grew up having everything given to you and or having everything easy and everyone telling you yes, yes, yes. One results in, you know, this type of behavior. One may result in serial killer behavior. Y'all still gonna have some crazy outcomes. It doesn't matter. But what? So balance is the key. Balance. You said billionaires and millionaires won't put up with you being late or unprepared, right? That's why you need to ask the questions to get the answers to become prepared. A lot of times they want you to show up prepared and do a little bit extra because you're trying to impress certain people to get to that next level. And if you can read their mind and know what they expect of you already without having to ask the question and you just go and do it, that's even better. You prepare, ask the proper questions to get prepared to do what you got to do. And that goes as far as relationships too. Like if you're invited somewhere and you don't know the attire, you don't know the environment, you don't know this or that, are you just going to show up with no questions? Are you going to ask some questions? Well, is this formal? Is it casual? Is there valet parking? So that way you know what shoes to wear, or you're going to valet park, or to have some type of cash or whatnot, whatever, you know? So you're going to ask the questions so that you can be prepared, so everything can be smooth and go according to plan. But some people just show up, never asking a question, get in there, be all inappropriate, unprepared, got to walk half a mile in some heels because they didn't realize that there's valet and they didn't bring any cash or, something like that. So it's just going to be better to be prepared to ask questions and then do your research. That's number one. And a lot of people don't like to do this, even though you have a computer at your fingertips. For some reason, people don't like to use this as a way to get information. I don't know why. They just don't. They don't like to Google things. They don't like to research a lot of things. They just want people to tell them stuff, and then they take that as their truth, and they just go around repeating whatever. This is low level. Okay. In order to be well informed, you need to do your research. You need to look things up for yourself. You need to be educated on certain things that you plan on talking about, people who you plan on interacting with, just a little bit. You don't have to do a whole, autobiography. You don't have to even do a whole biography of them. All you have to do is just know something about them, just a little bit, and let them explain the rest. But you're not going to just show up there clueless. Da, 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 da. Use the tools that you have available, because when people see that you have all these things available to you and you're not using them, they're not going to invest in you. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you have tools at your fingertips and you're not using them, no one is going to put their money into you unless they're using you for one reason. Okay? Because you don't even care enough to do any type of research to better your life. Da, da, da. They know it's a waste of money and effort to put money into any type of business that you have, because you don't do any type of research on your own. You're not even there yet mentally to understand. You have a computer in your hand and you're still asking basic questions. You see, that's a turnoff, because it just really is. Ignorance is a huge turnoff when it's obvious. The answer is so obvious. Ignorance is somebody's number one turnoff when the answer is so obvious. Okay. It's like, oh, are you serious? It's like telling someone to dial 911 and they ask you the number. What's the phone number? That's what it's like. And it's like, no. You could have been going so well, and then they ask the stupidest question, and you're like, it's too late for them. Thank you, Ice Storm Sprinkle Sprinkle. How do I build confidence? Because I've never had any, but been put down your whole life. I'm 35 plus. Thank you for everything. You are the sister I never had. Okay. Self-confidence comes from within. It doesn't come from anyone else. It doesn't come from anyone before who told you anything about yourself. So people can come up to me and tell me I have a purple nose. And they can tell me this for years and years and years. And then I can go to school and learn what purple is in kindergarten or nursery school. And then I can come and look in the mirror and then I can say, my nose is not purple. Those people were lying to me. I don't know why I believed them in the first place. You see? So anything someone tells you is their opinion. It is not your truth. If you chose to take it as truth and believe it and use that as an excuse not to have self-esteem, you can change that by not believing whatever they said and choosing to believe what you want to believe about yourself and change that around. Are you smart? What are your positive traits? That's what you need to start believing. What are you good at? Replace any negative thoughts about yourself with positive ones. And that's how you build it. You also look your best every day. You also do your best to represent yourself in a positive way or the way you want to be represented every day. Every day you get up, look good, feel good. People are going to pay you compliments. Like I say in a lot of my videos, people are going to rush from behind you in front of you to open your door just because you look nice. That's going to build your self-esteem right there. People are going to give you special treatment. That's going to build your self-esteem. So day by day, how you treat yourself is going to teach other people how to respond and treat you. And in return, you're going to feel good about yourself and your self-esteem will grow. But it starts with you. You got to make changes. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. If you're not about solutions, then you're not ready for the esteem that you search for. You gotta be ready. All right, y'all. Anyone that you normally feel low self-esteem when I'm not putting 100% of work. And like we can't, like I know a lot of people are different, but we can't put so much pressure on ourselves either. Like, do you look good today? Do you look pretty to yourself today? Do you look okay today? Do you feel okay today? You don't have to be 100% all day, every day, 24/7, 365 days a year. But the majority of the time you do need to look good and feel good about yourself. The majority of the time. It's never going to be 100%. Right. Outside validation is nothing to me. It just tells me they not too jealous to give a compliment. That's true. Like, you validate yourself by putting effort into yourself. People know they look good when they finish getting dressed and doing their makeup and their hair. They know they look good. Otherwise, they're going to still be sitting there fixing it. Right. So we don't seek it from the outside, but it does build your self-esteem if you don't have too much of it. So people that need their self-esteem lifted a little bit, they may need that reassurance, but they're giving it to themselves first, which is the important thing. Okay. Yeah, don't bring no nonsense. Correct. You seek validation, how to stop it? Give it to yourself. You can tell people that give themselves validation by how confident they are and who they are and how they look. It's like a child. It's like you tell a child so many times, "Oh, you're so cute, you're so cute, you're so cute." Eventually, they're going to start saying, "I know, I know, I know." They're the honest ones. When you know, you know. When you know, you know. You don't need the validation. It's nice. People will say it. It lets you know that they're trying to be nice and pay you a compliment. It doesn't mean you seek it out. It just means that, oh, they're so sweet. Oh, they're so nice. But you already knew that. You see, you already knew you looked good. You already knew you were this. You already knew that. No one has to tell you to reassure you of yourself, but you already know. You're just glad they recognize it. That's what it is. So if you seek it, it's because you don't believe it. If you believe it, you exude it, and people have to say it. They have to mention it. So it's an automatic result of you knowing it. That's what it is. Okay. What? You did that as a little girl and a woman got offended? Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry. You're supposed to say thank you. No, you're not. I mean, when you get old, that's how they brainwash you. Yes, it's polite to say thank you, but in your mind, you still say, I know. For real. It's like, I know. But your mouth says thank you. Keep your mentality. That's what I'm talking about. Keep your mentality. Thanking them means they gave you something. I already had it. Shoot. Thank you for recognizing it. Thank you for noticing it, but not thank you for telling me what I already know. That's where people get confused. Like if you're a genius and people tell you you're so smart, duh, I already know I'm smart. Thank you. I already know. Thank you for recognizing it. Thank you for being smart enough to recognize that. So it's really funny if you think about it. You're going to have to make sure that, you're polite, but you don't seek that as validation. They only know it because you know it. That's the only way they could. Right. Don't ever take things literally that are meant just for, being nice or politically correct. Keep your own mind, For example, the thank you thing. Just because someone gives you a compliment does not mean that they gave you something. It means they needed a reason to talk to you and to interact with you, or they needed a reason to tell you that they notice you and they see you and that you matter to them or something. That's all it is. And to respond, thank you doesn't mean thank you for telling me who I am. It's like, thank you for recognizing my efforts in what I do and getting my attention on you because you want to interact with me. Thank you. Right? Y'all got to read between these lines. Y'all got to understand what's really happening instead of just the mundane level of things. You got to read deeper into things because that's what it is. Now, if you're just being nice and you're just being polite and you don't really care, you're going to be able to tell that too. Because like if you know you ugly and somebody just told you you was cute and you didn't do anything to yourself today and you thought you was the ugliest thing walking around, you know they lying. Girl, I know you lying, you know. And so that also gives you an indication as to someone being fake, someone lying to you for whatever reason to get, flattery to get you to do something. Y'all know when tax season roll around and these dusties start coming up lying to these chicks, these pig biches or whatnot. Y'all know they're lying. It's what you choose to believe about yourself. It's what you are going to be honest with yourself about. So when anyone comes to you and try to tell you who you are, try to pay you a compliment, try to give you some type of validation, none of it matters because you know who you are and you know what you are and you know what you need to work on and you know what you need to improve on and you know what you're good at. So no one can come from the outside and tell you anything about yourself. They can only notice what you project. That's all they can do. So you can tell when someone is lying. You can tell when someone is trying to trick you if you know yourself. You'll have a feeling, even if you can't pick up on it right away, you'll have a strange feeling because you know yourself and you don't need anyone else to tell you who you are because you know who you are. And anything else is just an added bonus to interact with you. That's it. So if you're looking for validation, look within. All right. Please do. Okay. You said you only want compliments and money. How do you validate yourself? By spending time with yourself and making yourself a priority so that anything anyone says about you, you already know about yourself. And so it's only an opinion from other people. If it's an opinion that you agree with, then you agree with it. If it's opinion that you don't agree with, then you don't agree with it. So validate yourself by making sure that you treat yourself as a top priority in how you look, how you take care of your health, how you walk, talk, act, da da da. Make yourself a priority. Know who you are so that someone else can't come along and tell you that you're someone else and then you're going to accept it, or even if it's good or bad, you should already know the answer. You should already know, and it should just be thanks for noticing. It's like someone telling you the color of your shirt. Okay, you put that shirt on, you chose the color out of your closet, you thought it looked good on you, right? That's how you validate yourself, basically, in a simplified way. You don't need someone to come and tell you that the shirt looks good. You don't need someone to come and tell you that the shirt is purple. You already know these things. You don't wait on it either because you already know. That's why you put it on. Okay? That's how you validate yourself. I'm not putting it on if I don't like how it looks. Right? Here we go. You get to know it when people think they validate me with their compliments unless there's action meeting. Some people just want to say something nice to you to get your attention. Now, someone who wants you to be thankful and gracious because they gave you a compliment, that's a different story. Because a lot of people just give compliments to be nice or to interact with you. If they're sitting there looking like they're waiting on something in return, then that's when you have like the issue. But if they're not, then just say, oh, thank you, walk away. or say thank you and interact with them as they wanted to. But it's not something that you were waiting on or expecting. That's just an added bonus of treating yourself as a priority. That's all it is. It's an added bonus. Thank you, Jay Willis. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. Thank you. What time is it? Okay, I gotta go in a little while. You said a clock is correct at least twice a day. That's true. It sure is. But hopefully you don't depend on that clock any other time, except for those 2 times. Mm-hmm. You see, yeah, that's nice of you. Because it gives them, paying a compliment to another lady gives them the self-esteem and the confidence to keep, looking good or looking their best. So that's why it's important. Like whenever I see someone that looks, pretty or whatever, I'll compliment something like, "Oh, I like your dress. Oh, I like your shoe. Oh, you look really nice today." I don't lose anything from doing that, but I know that they gain something and may continue to try to look their best on a daily basis, and that makes them feel good about themselves. So of course, I'm going to say that, especially if you have daughters or even sons, it keeps them going. It's like fuel. So if you see someone like that's trying and that you like how they look and represent themselves, because sometimes women represent themselves at the same time they're representing you as well, so you give them a compliment. There's nothing wrong with it. When I see someone that's well put together and leveled up and looking cute instead of ratchet and trashy, I definitely will smile and recognize, their efforts and give them a compliment, because by them looking good, they make me look good, period. Um, you said they think you're bi. Well, I don't get up all in their face. I'll just like, "Oh, I like your shoes," and keep it moving. I don't stop and talk to them, like all up in their face, breathing the air. Right? No, you said men should stop giving compliments. We only want one thing, right? If that's the reason you're giving the compliment, no, keep saying, men should do whatever they want to do. It's how the woman receives the compliment that is what needs to change. You know what I mean? You people are people should give compliments. It's how you receive the compliment mentally that should change. That's what I'm saying. So men, y'all keep giving compliments. It's how the woman perceives what the compliment is in her mind, how she interprets it. Thank you, Percy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shira, I have gave a young female a compliment one time, and she didn't even crack a smile, and she told me she don't smile. I walked away confused. And this is exactly, thank you, Percy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. This is exactly what I mean by, what if Percy was a millionaire and he said whatever compliment Percy said, right? And you did that to them. If someone gives you a compliment, say, if you don't feel like saying thank you, pay them a compliment back. Period. Oh, you have a nice, smile, or she said, no, she didn't smile. Something, you look beautiful today. And what would you say back instead of thank you if you don't want to say thank you? Oh, you look very beautiful today. You've made my day. Or looking good yourself, or I really appreciate that. You don't have to just look crazy and like, unless they're dusty and you're trying to scare them away. I mean, But you can still acknowledge and say thank you. Even I say thank you, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna continue that conversation if I don't want to. It's free. Take it and keep it going. You 100% agree with about listening, especially the Carl Thomas yesterday. Yeah, the collab with Carl Thomas. Y'all, if y'all would have just listened, y'all would have picked up on a lot more than you did. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Jay. I don't like makeup, but my figure draw men to look, in my face. I have bad skin and have told my nose is too big. I might need to make up to stop getting harassed. You might need the makeup to stop getting harassed. I'm seeing a dermatologist. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Whatever you can improve about yourself, do it. That's what dermatologists are for. That's what, makeup is for. So use the tools that you're given or that you have access to create the best version of yourself. Just like when I was talking about people have a computer in their hand. Same thing. Use your tools that you have access to do whatever you need to do. Everybody has access to certain things and they should use them if it makes them feel good about themselves or improve themselves in a way that they would like improved. You said you wish men would tell you that you are beautiful or pretty, once again, not trying to be a pick me. Then you need to go out looking like that. You need to get that attention so that a man can tell you that. You know what I'm saying? If you wish that, make your own wish come true by getting in that mirror about an hour, doing what you got to do. What do men perceive as pretty? And then you go to work. Use them tools. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean, we got to face reality here. We can't just wish and hope. We got to put in that work. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Jarrell. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I just caught your live before I have to head to another client, but you look very beautiful as you say, sprinkle, sprinkle. Why, thank you, Jarrell. I appreciate that. Good luck with your client. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, you got to be like, if I want something, I need to put in the effort in order to create the circumstance in order to receive it. That's all you got to do. Oh, thank you, Percy. Shira, I sometimes give a compliment as a sneaky way to crack the ice between me and a stranger, but they sometimes just say thanks and walk off. How can I get my compliments back? if your plan don't work, well, you gotta be more strategic than a compliment. You gotta ask a question. You see, a compliment is free. Most people think compliments are free. If you want an interaction, then you can't be bypassing people. Okay, if you're in a situation where you're walking by people and you give a compliment, that's thank you and keep it moving, right? If you're in a social setting or a social environment and you're having a conversation with someone and you pay them a compliment, that's going to get your interaction. But if you're in a walking by situation, you need to ask a question because that requires stopping, talking, and thinking. So ask a question instead. Like if you like her shoes or her coat, oh my, like I really like your coat. Where did you get that? I want to buy one for my sister, mother, cousin, whoever, niece, And see, you're not coming on to them. You're complimenting their choice of clothing. You're inquiring about something. You're not overbearing and coming on to this poor lady who's just trying to walk down the street. And you're telling her in a way that you're generous because you're finna go buy somebody else a coat because you liked hers. That's gonna create instant intrigue. Oh, he's gonna buy somebody a coat. He like my coat. He didn't stop me to ask me a question. He ain't trying to come on to me. Is he too good for me? Why isn't he coming on to me? You know, maybe I need to smile and flirt a little bit. Now you done flip the script. Okay, so ask a question. There you go. Thank you. You're welcome, Percy. You said ask her if she needs a sponsor. No, don't do that, Percy. Okay. That's a winning combo. Okay, Percy. He in here flirting too in the comments with y'all. Yes. He said, and don't be creepy, right? Don't. See, Pan-African, if you wake up every day to insult women, that's your number one problem. You need to wake up trying to do something better, benefit, or add to. That's your first problem. Because, like, what if you don't wake up tomorrow and your last day of waking up was how to make some woman mad? That's not good. Rethink that. Rethink your life, baby. Rethink your life. If you don't wake up thinking about how you're going to do something beneficial, then go back to sleep. Lay it on back down. Okay. All right, I gotta go, y'all. But thank y'all so much, everyone who donated and asked good questions. Nice day today. Market closed. What? Is it over? Well, I'm glad I sold my stuff. Thank you, Cryptonomics Sprinkle Sprinkle. All right, so thank y'all, everybody. I'll see y'all later. And remember, Thursday, 8:30, I'm going to announce it on my Instagram and my community section on this channel on YouTube. So y'all can be here and get some information, ask some questions, and, benefit your lives. Okay. I also linked the workshop that they're probably going to talk about as well, where you can mingle and network with other like-minded people in the comments, as well as get information and knowledge for how to better your own business and things like that. It's in the description bar, so y'all can go ahead and check that out if you want to. But they Billy Carson and Don Dickson is going to be here live on Thursday, and we're going to all talk about certain things that we have discussed in this video today and more. So y'all all, y'all come on over on Thursday. Okay. What? They're asking Cryptonomics to do a course. Well, maybe he will one day. You don't never know. People may be working on some stuff. Y'all don't know. Is it? You heard it all? Okay. Thank you. So bye, y'all.